What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you why you need a DSP, how to set it up, and how to use it properly. Alright guys, stay tuned. Alright guys, we got everything set up. Right here is my DSP. This is the PRV audio. This is the 2.4. 4 meaning there's 4 outputs, so you can have 4 different outputs going from it. In order to set this up and have it working and functioning, you're going to need a remote in, ground, and a battery. And you're also going to need some RCAs coming from your head unit. Alright, so now the cool thing about these is I also have one that's a 2-in 8 out. There's multiple different kinds. You can get 2, you can get 6 out, you can get 4 out, you can get 8 out. It really just depends on what you want to do. But another cool thing about this that a lot of people don't know about is the remote out. So basically what this is you can hook a remote wire coming out of this, and you can actually run it to these amps right here if you want to. Let me show you guys. You can actually run it to these amps, and that's going to automatically turn on your amplifiers once you actually get it going. So as soon as this turns on and it gets signal, it is also going to turn the other amplifiers on. I don't have it done to this just because I have a relay that turns these on, but it's okay. So let's get into some of the actual functions of the DSP. So what you want to do first is you want to tap. Tap is going to select whatever you want to do. It's going to select it. Once you hold it down, it'll go back, and then it'll go back to the very start screen. Right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you know which speakers are on what channel. So for me, channels 1 and 2 are my tweeters, and channels 3 and 4 are going to be my mid-door speakers, which I have 10-inch door speakers. Okay, so you want to click on it. And the main one that we're going to be using is audio processing. So I'm going to just go through them and show you what all is in here. So you have a graphics EQ, you have an input parameter, output parameter, routing, crossover, delay, limiter, gain, mute, and back to graphic EQ. So what we're going to start on first is we're going to go over the main one, which is going to be your crossover features. So you're going to tap it and select it, and you got a out one, which is going to be your different outputs. So we're going to go just the first one. Then it's going to go to high pass. So you can set your high pass filter and your low pass filter for each speaker. So this is my tweeter. So we have it set at 3000 hertz. So what you're going to do is you can go up and you can go down. I got mine set at 3000. So and then once you got that number, all you got to do is select it. And we're going to go over here and BT24, this is going to turn it on. This is going to basically select off. I just set it 24. I want to say that's your slope. But I like to keep it at 24. So we're going to go all the way back up. And we're going to switch over to, we'll switch over to low pass. So the low pass filter is set for 14,000 on your tweeters. You can get away with just turning them off. I just don't like a lot of the high notes, so it kind of hurts my ears just a little bit. So I actually just have it down to 14,000. But if you do have tweeters, you can easily just turn it off. Like I said, you can just turn it off and you have it playing all the way up to 20,000 hertz. But I got it turned back on a BT12. And you can go up or down. You can go to the right, it goes up. Go to the left, it goes down. Now, so let's go back over to our channels. And this is channel 3. So this is my mids. So this is my 10-inch speakers. So the low pass, again, low pass is your highest frequency that you're going to play with the speakers. Alright, so the highest that I'm going to play with those 10-inch doors are going to be 10,000 hertz. And obviously you can switch and you can go to high pass and it's going to play 60 hertz. So high pass is the lowest frequency that you're going to be able to play. Alright, and like I said, you can go up, down, change your slope, whatever you want to do. Slope basically just means I want to say it's the harder the slope, so the higher the number, the quicker the drop off. So you can do a different video explaining the slope, but what I would do is I would definitely recommend 24 or 12. But let's get out of that and let's go back, and we're going to go back. So now we're going to go over to gain. To me, this is the second biggest thing that you're going to be using in this DSP, and this is the gain. So let's say you get one of these amplifiers right here, and you already have the gain set, and you just don't want to mess with the gain. you just want to do it all through the rate or through the DSP, this is what you would do. So you can have it go up, and the higher it goes up, so if it's -20, it's not going to be quite as loud. If you go up closer to 0, it's going to be a lot louder. This is my door speakers, so I'm going to have them at about -10. Okay, so now we're going to go to, what did I have? So I had a -12, so yeah, let me turn that back to -12 real quick. -12. Okay, and we're going to go back. So let's see what we're doing here. And let's go back to my tweeters. So we're going to have my tweeters. I'm going to turn them back down just a little bit more because the high notes I really don't love, so we can go to -10. Alright, and we're going to do the same for 1. We're going to go to -10. Alright, so this is basically just going to keep from having to touch the gain on the actual amplifiers. So we're going to turn them down. You can turn them up to your likings. I just turn them down. I have a 5,000 watt amp on each 10 or 2 10s on each door, and I don't want to use that much. You know, I don't want to have my ears bleeding, so we're not going to do that. So we can come back here, and you can get out of it by, again, holding it. And that's the 2 biggest things that you're going to do with this DSP. Mute, you can go in here and actually mute it like this, or you can just go back out, and what you can do is actually just, as soon as you hold it down, that mutes it. Okay, so if you don't want the speaker to play, you can just hold it down, mute it, and that speaker's not going to play. So that's some of the biggest features with this DSP that I would use for. There's a lot more things. For instance, we can go into graphic EQs. If you have some presets that you like, flat, you want to go loudness, bass boost, mid bass, whatever presets that you want, you can use that. I really don't have a preset that I like it on. I just leave it flat. That's one thing you can do. You can actually save these settings. So if you click on it and you save the settings, you would just click on memory 1 and you would just hit save, whatever you want to do. And then you would go back, and whenever you want to load them, it's the next right over, and you would click load and default, or you can go to memory 1 and you can basically set all your presets back up. That way you don't have to restart everything every time, especially if you're swapping vehicles or you're having to reset this and set up another DSP. So security, that's another thing that we can do. Tools, tone generator. So if you would like to actually send a frequency to your door speakers, you can do that. Or if you want to hook your subwoofers up, and you can do that, and you can basically send them a frequency sweep. So you can start at 10 hertz or whatever you want to do with it, go up, go down, and you can back out, or you can do that tone generator and play a tone. So it's just up to you, whatever you want to do. Whatever tone you want to do, you can do that. So we can go back out of it one more time. And this is a screensaver. You know, you don't have to mess with this if you don't want to. It's just basically shows how you want your home screen. So you go back and you can go to language, whatever language you speak, whether it's English, Spanish, whatever you want to say. That's what you can use this for. And a sequencer, it kind of basically just deals with the sequencing of the remote out. And that's basically it. And then you're back to audio. Back to audio processing. So you're back to normal, not doing anything. So yeah guys, that is basically it for the DSP, the 2.4 PRV audio. I hope you guys learned something. If you do have any other questions, let me know down in the comments and I can try to help you out best I can. I do have another video explaining the 2.8. It's about the same. There's really not many differences in them. All the differences is there's different outputs. So I hope this video helped. I can do a shorter video if you guys would like to. But the main things that you're going to use is your gain. You're also going to use that crossover feature, your sequencer, and you know, if you want to use some tone generators and things like that, you can do that as well, guys. So I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know, guys. And until next time.